what is next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Because as things appear in the political arena, it seems that Rigathi is actually set to run for presidency of this republic. And also, Fred Matiang'i is also determined and set to go for presidency of this nation. And that is why I am asking, what is next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Because as we know, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is the most senior political leader in the opposition side today. But it seems that Lucky is not on his side, and the people who are junior in the side of opposition are actually set to go for presidency of this nation, let come 2027. And that is why the question is, what is next for him? That is what I want us to discuss this day. But before we dive in and try to dissect what is next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, I could request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, it is good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And it is necessary for you to hit the notification bell, because by doing that, you will give YouTube permission so that you can always get notified whenever we come up with any political discussion and we upload it into YouTube. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you so much. May God bless you, because you are behind our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. Now, let us dive back to the topic of this day. What is next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Because Rigathi is set to go for presidency. Fred Matiang'i is set to go for presidency. And these are junior political leaders compared to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who is quite senior in the political arena. And many people have been thinking that this was the moment of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to step at the presidency and to be supported by Fred Matiang'i, Rigathi Martha Karua, and other political leaders in the side of opposition. But it seems that that is not going to happen. And that is why we are asking, what is next? First, let me explain why this was a moment for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to be supported. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been in the political arena as long from the time of President Moi. And Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was actually a member of parliament severally. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka served in the cabinet of Mwai Kibaki. He served in the cabinet of President Moi. He served as the vice president of Emilio Kibaki. And he has always been wanting to go for presidency. And at one moment, he actually went for the presidency seat of this republic. And that was the time he was brought in by Mwai Kibaki to serve as the deputy and the vice president. When people said that he passed in between Emilio Kibaki and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And from that time, he was named as a watermelon simply because at that time he did not support Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. But from that time, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has always been putting his political ambition aside, and he has always been supporting Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to go for presidency. But he has always been told that if you support Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and he becomes the president of this republic, then for you will be supported to be the next president. And he has always done that. Even during 2022, he was told to support Raila Amolo Odinga. And even he was not given the running mate position. He was actually told that you support Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and you will go to get the position of being the prime cabinet secretary if Raila Amolo Odinga will actually take the seat to be the president of this republic. So Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been supporting other people to hit at presidency of this republic. And many people have been thinking that this was the time even Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga could have supported him. But it seems that in politics, we always have betrayal. We always have people coming together politically when the interests always meet. And because now the interest of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is with William Samoei Arap Ruto, then he cannot support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to step at presidency. And that is why Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka told that he will be supported by the side of opposition to step at presidency. But that has not happened. And now, what should he do, having learned that background? I think it is now time for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to stand for himself and to start campaigning across this nation to popularize his party across this nation so that he can also show the people that he can do it in the political arena, even alone. And actually that has been the missing link with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has been always campaigning within the Ukambani region, and he has always been taking the Ukambani region. And people from the Kamba nation are always behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka needs to realize that he cannot go for presidency of this nation if he cannot move outside Ukambani nation. He cannot popularize himself to other regions across this Republic of Kenya. So the first thing Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka need to realize that he must run out. He must do proper campaigning across the nation. He must popularize himself. He must make his party to be the party of choice. And he must be determined that he is also going for the presidency of this nation. And probably if he does that, and he does that vigorously, then there is a very high chance that now other people can support him because they could see the effort that he is putting to be the president of this republic. But if Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka cannot actually do that, then I ask Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, even if to be quite cunning in politics, and even he may actually see within the opposition and in government where can his interest be served well because he cannot stop at presidency. And if he finds that it is in the government where his interest will be taken care of, then he needs to join William Samoei Arap Ruto. He needs to go there and negotiate using his political party and say that I want to venture with you in government, but I need A, B, C, D. And that is actually what Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has always been doing. So, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, whenever he knows that I am not going to make it in presidency, then you will always find that he always cut deals with the government. And that always makes Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to be politically relevant in this nation. He always rejuvenates back. He always makes himself to be very important in the political arena of this nation. So if he sees that I want to preserve myself by actually going back to the government, dining with the government, and in due time, I could botch out of the government and actually run for presidency, probably to make myself to be politically relevant. So Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka needs to learn from Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, also from William Samoei Arap Ruto, that sometimes you need to send yourself out. But if you have done that and you are not making it, then you must look on your second plan. Where can I go? Because I cannot probably become the president of this republic. Where can my interest be catered well enough so that I can stay politically relevant? I can make myself to continue being in the political arena of this nation. And if you find that that will be catered with the government, then you need to go and negotiate. If you find that you need to be still in the side of opposition with other political leaders, then you need to do that. But it always seems that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is not a political schemer. He always waits until things are too late. Sometimes you find that he's actually left out, where he cannot be important in the side of the government. Neither can he be important in the side of the opposition. Because let us put the things plainly. Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has always been stopping at the presidency. But immediately we finish elections, you will find that he has more members of parliament, he has more senators, he has more governors, and that makes him to be relevant to merge with the government of the day, and then get the goodies from that government. At that time, when it is not politically relevant to stay in the opposition side. So sometimes cutting deals with the government can be very important for yourself politically and for your people to get what they want from the government. And that is what Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka must learn. Because when Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka did that, he became the vice president of this republic during the time of Emilio Kibaki, and he was politically relevant. Even if at that time many people tried to call him the watermelon, he survived very well. He was in the government. His people were given various positions in the government of Emilio Kibaki. Then there was also development back home in the Kamba Nation. And that is what I call a cunning, a scheming political leader should do, like Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So I believe that if this time the side of opposition cannot support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then he needs to scheme ahead of him to do What will make him to be politically relevant until 2032? But if he continue doing what he's doing, because currently, if you are actually asked, what is the Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka doing? He's doing nothing. Sometimes you wonder whether he's in the political arena. Sometimes you wonder whether he is the most senior person in the side of opposition. So Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should do something, should choose to do one of the things I have explained above. What do you think is next for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, for him probably to survive politically in the political arena of this republic? Should he also run for presidency? Should he start campaigning properly and vigorously? Or should he join the government of the day? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this was your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we upload any political content into YouTube. And also, give a like to this video. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly, because you always give us the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.